Hey neighbors, it's your buddy next door, Mason Stewart, and I'm so excited to be back in the booth with each one of you again. It's been a fantastic week for me, for the most part. We'll kind of dig into that a little bit more later on, but overall, really good week. A lot of things to talk about today. And we've got a fantastic, fun food adventure. We've got an actual taste test here in the booth today, so really exciting. Make sure to stay all the way through the video so that you can make sure to catch it. All right, so let's start with the weekly recap. We're going to kind of meld everything together, and then I'm going to go into some specifics about voiceover and the experience that I had this week with it. So, weekly recap as far as my week went is pretty normal week. Work is pretty normal. Nothing too crazy going on there. I have a few more extra responsibilities going on at my day job. So it makes it so where I can't do voiceover as much as I would like during the day, but still trying to find times in downtime. My job is very flexible, very understanding, and they're very supportive of me doing some voiceover stuff if I've got downtime going on. So I'm very glad for that. I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful to be working from home where I can just step away from my computer for 10 minutes, go record an audition, send it off, and then get back right to work. That's the way it should be. That's the way I'm doing it, and eventually won't have to step away because it will be my full-time gig. This past week, Cinna, or my wife, I guess I should say, had a good friend from her Twitch streams come up from Texas, and so they were able to have some time together, do some things. That was really great for them. It was really fun to be able to have somebody who's never experienced Utah to come and experience Utah and all the fun things that come along with it. Other than that, it was a really normal week. My lawn is filled with crabgrass. I can't figure out what's going on with it, but that's a whole nother story. I think we may need to talk to the lawn people, but yeah, like I said, another story. On Tuesday, I'm recording this on Saturday, the 13th, and on Tuesday, we're getting our brand new bed, so expect a little bit of an update on our brand new bed next week because I am very excited. I'm pretty sure I slept wrong and screwed up my shoulder over here, so you hate to see it, but yeah. So moving on, let's focus down on the voiceover stuff for this week. It started off with my class, right? My home studio class, where we're making sure our home studios are good and that how we're able and learning better how to direct ourselves in those. And that's been a really hard thing for me, is being able to direct myself. And so that class was really hard this week, just because I didn't perform at the level that I expect myself to perform at and that the teacher expects me to perform at. So because of that, I was having, that happened on Monday. That happens at the beginning of the week. This coming Monday is going to be my last one. But at the beginning of the week, I really struggled with knowing whether or not voiceover was something that I could actually continue to do. I didn't know if I was cut out for it or anything like that. I was able to go out to dinner with my father on Tuesday and just kind of have a nice chat with him. We were talking about all these different things and what it means to me, and he said, the one thing I want to say to you, Mason, is that I'm very proud of you not giving up. And I hadn't expressed a lot of this feeling to him. I had in the past, but not recently. He said, I want to say that I'm very proud of you for not giving up, for having the tenacity to stay in there when things aren't necessarily looking as good as they should or as you expect them to be. And you're making progress towards that stuff. So then he kind of hit me with a bombshell, to be honest, and said that, he and my mother had talked and they were willing to invest in me and in my voiceover journey, monetarily speaking, so I could maybe get a little bit more coaching and get maybe redo a demo, different things like that. I told him I would think about it, and I thought about it during the week. It was a very difficult thing for me to think about because of the feelings that I had had the Monday before. Because if this is something that I feel isn't going to work out, I don't want to take money from them and have it more or less go to waste, right? I want to really be putting my full foot. Wow, I'm a voice actor. I can speak clearly, right? Put my best foot forward. So I took some time and I really thought about it, and I knew I had a class coming up that I took earlier today that we'll get into. And I also was able to get into a class with Jennifer Hale, an amazing voice actress, been in tons of video games, tons of work, really well known in the industry. That's kind of for people in my position, like stuck, not knowing what to do next, not knowing how to progress, different things like that. So I told myself I am going to put everything I have into voiceover and continue doing what I'm doing. I mean, I'm on like yearly subscriptions for pay to plays, different things like that. So I'm going to push forward and do everything in that. But these two classes, right? The class I took today, we'll kind of jump into that now. It's with Joshua Alexander. If you guys are a voice talent, or if you're looking to even just start a business in general, Joshua is a fantastic coach when it comes to business stuff. And I learned so much today from him about how, like, a lot of the stuff he talked about I was already doing, but I wasn't doing it to like the best level that I could have been doing it at, right? And so it was just a reminder. And as I took the class today, it was very apparent to me, like I was getting excited about the different things he was talking about, and about the, how to reach out to clients, how to do these things. And I was learning and I was taking notes. I took like 6 pages of notes. And in that moment, I knew this is something that I definitely want to do. Now, truth be told, for any industry, for any sport, for any activity, for any career, whatever it may be, there are times where even if you have the talent and you've done the coaching and you've done the stuff, things just don't work out sometimes. And that's the unfortunate hard truth about things. But the point is that you keep going one way or another, right? Whether that is to continue in voiceover or to push it off to something else. So this next class that I'm taking, like I mentioned before, it's for actors that feel kind of stuck. They don't really know how to progress and get into the field. I'm doing a lot of things right. I know that. But there are things that need refinement on my end. And so that's what I've committed myself to doing. So I've committed myself to refinement through coaching, through workshops, through, marketing, just refining everything down to the point where I am extremely comfortable with everything that I'm doing. And part of that, whether or not I accept that financial funding from my parents, I have yet to decide. But either way, I'm trying not to get super emotional right now. Trying not to cry. But it's so fantastic to know that you have people that believe in you. And that's kind of my big message for this week. The message that I wanted to share. Not necessarily the good feeling it is to have somebody believe in you. Excuse me. But the fact that I've had the opportunity to feel how it feels to have someone believe in you reminds me so much that it's important that we as individuals find others to believe in as well. The world in general, especially in this day and age with the internet, can be an extremely, extremely callous place. And praise or belief and support can sometimes be hard to find in a non-superficial setting. But what I experienced this week is when someone truly believes in you and you feel that, it makes all the difference. I feel like I could take on the world right now, if I'm being honest. And so that's my challenge to you this week. Find a way to believe in someone. Yeah, I said someone. That someone can be you. When you truly feel like you're believing in yourself and you know that you can do something because other people have told you, and you struggle with depression or anxiety, anything like that, those are very real things, and I understand that. But find a time that you can believe that you can do something. Believe in yourself, because you are the most powerful person there is. In the class I took today, Joshua Alexander, with his class, taking VO from a hobby to an enterprise. That's what his whole class was about. And he said, in voiceover, marketing's going to change, auditions are going to change. It's a very roller coaster type of career. It's a very roller coaster industry. Things will change. And he said there is one constant, one thing that if you want to succeed, it can't change. And it's you. If you want things to change around you for the better, you have to be consistent in what you're doing, whether that's marketing, whether that's auditions, whether that's getting coaching, whether that's upgrading demos or doing different things. You have to be laser focused. You have to be on top of everything. If you're not, then things are going to crumble and things are going to fall apart and it's going to seem impossible. And looking back at this past week, I definitely realized that I had gotten off track on a couple of things. I haven't been working on LinkedIn as much. I haven't been working my Instagram stuff as much as I should, reaching out and contacting new people. I'm doing lots of email marketing, and I've been trying to work on my CRM, but, that's just a small part of it. I got to be doing everything. So my whole goal is I'm really going to bunker down. I'm going to do everything that I need to do to ensure that my consistency is bringing about everything I need. And all of it stems from belief. Sometimes, like I mentioned before, it's really hard for someone to believe in themselves due to, mental failities of the human body, the human mind. But if you are able to provide that belief in someone else, in anything, whatever it may be, that is going to give them maybe that tiny push they need to believe in themselves and say, I can do this. I know I can do this. I'm going to get this job. I'm going to succeed in voiceover, whatever it may be. You can do it. That's what I want to say to each one of you, is you can do it. Whatever it is that you have your goal and your heart set out on, you can do it. I want you guys to say that. Say it with me. 3, 2, 1. I can do it. All right. That's kind of where I want to leave it. It's kind of a heavy end, but we're gonna kind of liven it up here with our food adventure, our food take. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody that watches this. I know there's a nominal few of you that do watch this, and it really does mean the world to me that you guys take some time out of your day to watch me rant about my week, about voiceover, and about food every once in a while. And maybe in the future, we'll get some more stream clips going up once that starts rolling out, all sorts of stuff. But I want you all to know that I'm extremely grateful for each and every one of you, because as you watch this, it helps me know that you guys believe in me. So thank you each. Thank you. All right, let's jump into our food adventure. I've got it right in front of me. I would say it's fresh out of the fridge, but we've been sitting in here for almost 15 minutes now. So not quite, but still very cold. Melissa and I, my wife, we went out to get some drinks the other night. We're big soda fans. I've been on a kick of the zero sugars just because, I'm trying to lose weight, trying to cut out as much sugar as I can, different things like that. But I noticed and I saw a new limited edition Coca-Cola that Coke has put out, and so I figured might as well give it a shot. So, let me hold it up here and see if we can get a good picture of it. Yeah, there we go. Rotate a little bit since we got a little bit of a glare on the white can. As you can see right here, it is a Coca-Cola. They are working with Marshmello. Marshmello is a music DJ. You've probably heard some of his stuff and not realized it, but it's called the Artist Marshmello's Limited Edition. So this is the flavor that they are talking about here. They say it is watermelon strawberry flavored. Now, if you know anything about Mason, is that I love watermelon drinks and I love strawberry drinks. So the fact that this is watermelon strawberry sounds delicious, but then you get the thought Coke, right? And I'm sure all of you have had Freestyle Cokes in the past, different things like that. My favorite is when you get the Freestyle Coke. I do the Coke. I do like half Coke lime and half Coke vanilla. It's really good. A vanilla lime Coke. Oh, hits the spot. It's really good. I can't say I've ever done any of the fruit flavors into Coke. Most of the time, if you are getting a fruit flavor into a Coke, it's the cherry, and I'm not a big cherry fan. I've had the orange Coke. It's okay. It's not my favorite. But I can't say I've had a strawberry Coke or a watermelon Coke. So this is going to be an interesting taste test. So let's crack it open and see what it tastes like. Let's see if we can get a good ASMR crack here. Ooh, that was nice. That was nice. Okay. Immediate smell. There's like a fruity smell. I can't identify if it's watermelon or strawberry. It smells like a weird. It smells like a fruity Coke. I know that's so generic and such a terrible reaction to it, but it smells like a fruity Coke. Like if you smelled Coke and be like, there's something weird about that Coke. It kind of smells like it's got candy in it or something. That's kind of what like a fruit candy, like a Starburst or a Skittles. That's kind of what it smells like. But let's go ahead. Let's give it a taste. Oh my gosh. Apparently I'm really bad at drinking too. Okay, here we go. The watermelon and strawberry are incredibly subtle. The like cola taste is pretty absent, at least on that first go around. Let's try it again. One more try. Yeah, that is a very mild soda. That is a very mild soda. There's not much flavor happening at all. It's almost as if they took all of the cola aspect out of it, and there's like a hint of fruit in there. It's so bizarre because maybe there's a yeah. So the cola taste isn't completely gone. It's like there as like kind of the background music, right? And then you have these just like weird little like flourishes, little splashes. You know when Ratatouille when he's like eating the cheese and he's got his eyes closed and he's like all little fireworks are like and he eats the grape and it's got like the different lines and whatever and then he eats them together and it does that. That's kind of what this is doing, but in like the most subtle way possible. You start off and you get kind of like the base layer of that cola taste. Yeah, you get the base layer of the cola taste. And then it starts, and you kind of have like if you've ever had a watermelon Arizona drink, it's kind of like that watermelon type of taste. And that slowly fades away, and you kind of get like a Starburst, Skittles, strawberry thing. But it's a very fast thing. There's not a whole lot of flavor. So I'd probably give this. I'd probably give Mr. Marshmello like a 6.5 out of 10. It is great to try, but I don't think I will ever buy this again. Marshmallow, if you ever do any soda collaborations in the future, make sure they put a little bit more flavor into it. That's what I would say. But that's going to do it for your buddy next door this week. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and week. Make sure that you find someone to believe in, to push them to do whatever it is that they want to do. And in turn, you'll believe in yourself and they'll believe in themselves as well. And that's really what it's all about. All right, neighbors, find a chance to be kind to someone, help someone, do anything you can to make this world a better place. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.